Welcome to the show. After the show, it happens right after the show. Cheers. Oh, man. What
Horcruxes.
Horcruxes and Dementors.
Indeed.
This is like
things.
I feel like this is kind of like a viral post I've seen before where it's like, if Dementors can suck a soul, could they destroy a Horcrux? And it's kind of like one of those like, what a fun thought.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, this has been floating around for a while, and I don't know, finally decided to tackle it head on.
Yeah.
Boom.
I like our version of it. It's interesting because like Dementors are strange for a lot of reasons. Like they affect Harry the most because Harry's had the most despair, but like they feast on happiness, not like negativity.
It's not like because Harry's so happy he's so affected.
Exactly.
It's like because he's happy at all, he's open to affect, and then because he has had the worst memories, that's why he's so terribly affected.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there is that weird like layer system of almost even like you would think the Death Eaters might have some
like lots of really bad memories.
Yeah. Like certainly something negative's happened in their life if they're ended up as Death Eaters.
Exactly. But it's like so much bad has happened to them, there's like no happiness to draw on.
Right, exactly. So they can't really, there's like nothing to be taken from them. Nothing at all.
So here's the other, we didn't really get into this part of it as much. Like we talked about like, could they even sense or like be aware, like would they be interested in the like Horcrux kind of soul?
Sure.
Like the ripped soul, like it's not, there's no happiness to it. Almost definitionally, unless you're like Umbridge or something. But so, one of the things I never know about Horcruxes is they always act like Voldemort has added extra, like, curses to it or whatever.
Right.
But, is
a Horcrux in itself inherently, like, a dangerous thing? Right.
So, like, if you just, is the act of making the Horcrux what makes it cursed? Or is he like, okay, I got my locket, my soul in, snap. Okay, now I need to add dangerous magic to the outside. Or is it like, because you made a Horcrux, that's already dangerous, period?
I think that Voldemort added all those layers of protection to it. So, like, I think that there could be such a thing as, like, a Horcrux that is just obscure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, although it may even be like the fact that it's specifically Voldemort's, which is like such a evil piece of soul.
But this is the thing. Almost inherently, it's always going to be evil because you're going to have to do whatever you had to do to make the Horcrux.
Right. So like it's sort of like an if this then that type of thing. Like the only way that you get to this conclusion is because you've already like exhibited such evil that you must.
Right. It's like Voldemort's Horcruxes maybe are like that much more dangerous because it is Voldemort.
Right.
But like, like did he, I don't know, because sometimes I feel like it doesn't make as much sense. Like the ring, it's like, okay, the point of this is to bring you back someday in case you die, but then it's like he makes it like, anyone who puts it on kills you.
Right. Like it's too dangerous for anybody to then handle.
Right.
I don't know. That's an interesting thought. Like, and I guess like there's even something to be thought like for the idea that the soul itself, like the tiny piece that's like locked inside, if it starts doing some of the stuff from within, like it's making, like it's like left to its own devices, like it starts putting protective enchantments on it.
Or maybe he doesn't really even intend for them to actually resurrect him. He just intends for them to tether his one main piece of soul.
Oh,
to
maybe.
the earth, nope, no one's ever getting. I don't care about this ring. The point is, it's going to kill everyone because then no one can destroy it. Or
sure. Yeah, I don't know. The whole idea of Horcrux is like, as many of them as there are. I don't even know, because even like the very fact like that the rebounded curse, like what it does is almost separate like Voldemort's like main soul, like like my soul right now, like from his physical body, right?
I know it like splits it in two again.
Well, it splits it in two again, but like
it destroys his physical body.
But then he doesn't like jump to a Horcrux that he's got someplace else,
right? Like so he's got Voldemort here, baby Harry here, and then when he attacks him, like the rebounding curse destroys his physical body and splits the remaining piece of soul in two. And then like, this is the piece that goes to Albania, this piece goes inside Harry.
Sure.
That's how I understand it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. But like, it's so weird to even think that that's what would happen, and it wouldn't just kill him, and it wouldn't just...
Right.
Like, you would almost think that, like, there'd be one Horcrux that had been used. Or, like, the reason why the locket's empty isn't because Regulus took it and was going to try to destroy it, but it's because that's the piece that had to be used to, like, bring him back to begin with or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's weird that piece of soul wasn't destroyed. But then we even sort of say in the video that, like, is it the Avada Kedavra curse that destroys the piece inside Harry, or is it Harry's sacrifice that...
Oh, right. Like,
kills,
it's too much of a act of true love type
like,
thing.
I guess because is Avada Kedavra an answer? Because otherwise it seems like they could have tried that on the locket.
Sure.
You know?
Right.
I feel like, yeah, maybe that's not an answer.
Right. I don't know.
Or like, Dumbledore was pretty sure that it had to be Voldemort who did it, specifically.
Well, so I wondered about that before. Yeah, like if it's a one-way street, like Voldemort could destroy his own Horcruxes much more easily than anybody else because it would like be more receptive to actions made by him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could like drag it to the trash can and like click empty trash can, and it'd make that little noise.
Yeah, that's exactly what Horcruxes are like.
Okay, so side question: the other viral post that seems to be, for whatever reason, resurfacing right now is the reason why Harry's scar is in the shape of a lightning bolt is because it is the physical wand movement that you're supposed to do.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, people keep saying it. I have not felt as though...
No, I don't think so at all.
Yeah.
No, it's because I think lightning is what the Avada Kedavra curse is largely using.
Is lightning?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Like, we made a whole video about this.
Okay, well, we've made so many videos. I can't be responsible. I can't be responsible for remembering everything we've said.
No, yeah, we talk a lot about the lightning in that one. So it's the lightning struck tower or whatever.
Oh, right.
Like, lightning equals death.
Like, how does Avada Kedavra work?
Yeah, how does Avada Kedavra work?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to like I'm not saying that he's like shooting a lightning bolt, but I think it is like similar. I forget all the examples. I'd have to go back. But we have a video about that. If you're seeing that viral post, I haven't seen that one floating around. But...
Oh, no, it's been popping up. I think it's because there must be like a video game or something where they have so decided that the wand movement is a lightning bolt.
I see.
And I can even see where they would have sourced that. Like, it's a clever thought.
Yeah.
But I think what's happening is like someone somewhere came up with this idea in like a non-canon existence, and then we're kind of extrapolating it into canon. And I think that's in my personal opinion, that's what's happened.
Yeah, I don't think the lightning shape movement has anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Myself. Nope.
Interesting.
Nope.
Interesting. Well, I'm very curious to see what people think about Dementors and how the effect they can have on Horcruxes.
Yeah. It's sort of a weird one, because I do think they could destroy them. I just don't think they ever could.
Like, the opportunity would never arise.
Right.
Like,
I kept trying to decide how to phrase that. Like, it's not that... I kept wanting to write, like, could they? Yes. Would they? No. Because I feel like, yeah, y'all know, yes, they would. They just... The opportunity would not arise.
Right. Like, because the Dementor would never, like, so the locket, for example, like, the Dementor would never go through all of the effort just to get that one soul. Like, I think that they even say, and we probably could have included this in the video, but, like, the reason why the Dementors come to the Quidditch game that one day is because they had been guarding the castle and they hadn't been allowed in the castle, so they hadn't had any happiness to feed on, and all of a sudden, like, right there in close proximity is thousands of people all exhibiting like happiness.
Yeah, excitement.
So it's like
feast.
Right, yeah. So it's like, let's go and eat all of that happiness up. So like at that rate, a Horcrux is a piece of a soul. So it's like it's such a small
piece of the wrong kind of soul.
Right.
Like the kind of soul that they would like be ambivalent to in the same way the Death Eaters are ambivalent to the Dementors.
It would be like if we traveled really, really far to try to find a type of food that isn't that healthy or that good for no other purpose other than the fact that we technically could go to that place to eat it.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah. Like, Could you eat it? Yes. Would you digest it? Yes. Would it be gone forever? Sure.
It's
Would
like-
you ever do that? No. Would you eat it if it was right in front of you? Probably not.
Right.
Like, could someone just walk up to you and be like, would you like this worms free, please? You'd be like, I mean, I could, but no.
But no.
So that's where I'm
Due
at.
to all the magic.
Due
That's
to-
why.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're good.
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get it.
We should maybe shoot this before we record it so that we can like find all of our plot holes in our video and then
Yeah.
go and put 'em all
After
back.
the show, it happens right before the show.
so we can figure it out. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.